family, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Learn Together, and here I'm going to teach you history chapter number 1. Hope you're excited. Okay, so our today's classes contents are what can we know about the past and where did people live. What can we know about the past is kind of a very small section of your chapter, which is what, where, when, how, and when. But the where did people live is a quite long chapter. About me, let me tell you, this is Learn Together from YouTube. I make videos on educative purposes. You can ask me to make videos that you want only for educative purposes there. And if you have any recommendation, comment down below, please. Okay, let's start with the quote now. Let's start with the quote. The quote hypes us up. So our today's quote is history is getting to know your present indirectly. How does it mean? Now I will not make you understand, you make me understand. Today's comment action will be that you have to comment the meaning and the explanation of this. Hope you can. And the book's name is Our Pasts 1, and the chapter number is 1, which is what, where, how, and when. So, section 1, which is what can we know about the past. There are several things we can find out now. We can find out what people ate, what kinds of clothes they wore, which type of houses they lived in. We can find about the lives of hunters, herders, farmers, rulers, merchants, priests, craft persons, artists, musicians, scientists, dancers. We can also find about the games children played, the stories they heard, the plays they used to see, the play used to perform in the front of their eyes, and songs they sang. End of section 1. I told you it will be very small, but section 2 is a little bit big. So it's section 2, where did people live? Let's find the Narmada river. Let's start finding the Narmada river. If you cannot find, then this is your Narmada river. Okay. Hello, Narmada river. So this is your Narmada river, and there is something interesting about it. So people have lived along the bank of this river for several thousand years. Some of the earliest people who lived here were skill gatherers. Yes, those were skill gatherers. Okay. So they knew about the vast wealth of plants in the surrounding forests and collected roots, fruits, and other forests produced for their food. They also hunted animals for their edibility to eat. Okay. Okay, now let's find the Suleiman and Keithar Hills using a pen. Hope you are also doing with me. So, in the book, if you see in the NCRT, it is showing that Suleiman and Keithar Hills are on the northwest. So, here can you see the small little compass? Here is north, it's showing here is west. So, here is north, Kashmir is north, Gujarat is west. Okay, oh, yes. So, this part, these both are the Suleiman and Keithar Hill. So this is the area, some of the crops where women and men first began to grow crops such as wheat and barley about 8,000 years ago. Do you even think about it? So they are located over here. So people also began rearing animals like sheep, goat, and cattle, and lived in villages. Let's locate the Garo Hills in the northeast and that's the central India. So northeast, so northeast Garo Hills. Maybe I am finding it out. I promise to you I have not scripted this. This is just on the spot tests of me. Okay, so these were some areas where agriculture first developed. This is the place where rice was first grown out to the north of India. Let's do it again. Let's change the color for you to understand. Let's put it over here. So the north of India's, okay, the north of India. So here, over here, and whatever you say. You can say that in the northern plains. No, this is the northern plains now. So this is where rice was first grown. Okay, so let's find the Ganga River. Let's find the Ganga River. As you can see, this is the Ganga River that I have done. Okay, so this is the Ganga River that I have done, and this you will understand a little bit later. Okay, so this is a kingdom called Magad. Okay, and this was located in the south of Ganga. Very simple. So, what do you mean by south? Can you see the some compass over here? Means south of Ganga. Very simple. So let's just make it happen. So here we will go in the deep corners of Magadha and try to understand Magadha. This will be done in a whole new video, but I would try to give you a very simple but detailed type of description of it. So Magadha was like the hub of all things because Magadha was really big and many people ruled it. And I'm going to tell you who many people ruled it. So here you can see difference in colors, isn't it? Here you can see difference in colors. So the darkest color over here is the core region, which is the over here. And let me tell you, wherever there is a star, it means it's a capital of. It has been a capital of this kingdom. Okay, of this kingdom. I'm typing too slow because this I'm writing it with the mouse no. So star means it has been a capital at some time. So Rajagriha was the capital at the earliest time. And when the Mauryas came over, they made Patliputra. So in the Hadyanka dynasty, this is what happened. This is how many this is how much it expanded. Okay, I'm gonna erase this one. Yeah, let me do it again for you. Yeah, so this is what happened in the Hadyanka dynasty. And finally, in the Shushanaga dynasty, this is what happened. Okay, so I hope you understand this. Let's erase all. If you want to take a screenshot, then please take it. But you can understand like this also. Just remember, this means the capital at some time. Okay, let's go to the next slide. Huh. So people then love to travel. People then loved to travel. But obviously, if you see the map again, see, there are so many things you have to bear. So they traveled with very difficulty. But what was their reason to travel? At now times we travel out of curiosity. That time they used to travel because of many reasons. Let me tell you each one of them. First is of livelihood. Because of livelihood, they had to go around. What do you mean by livelihood? It means the place where you can peacefully live also. So also to escape from natural disasters like floods and droughts and different things. Sometimes they margin armies, conquering others' lands. What do you mean by conquering? Taking others' lands. or maybe snatching from them. Okay, maybe snatching from them. So sometimes conquering others' lands. Okay, so they march in armies also sometimes conquering others' lands, and besides that, merchants also traveled in caravans or ships, as I mentioned here. This is not the old caravan. I'm really really sorry. I didn't got the picture of it. So they traveled in caravans or ships. Okay, caravans or ships carrying valuable goods from place to place. So what they did was, what happened to this? Yeah. So what they did was actually kind of like they used these two vehicles to travel along. This is not made for water, as you guys know, and they used to take their valuable goods with them and travel place to place, place to place. For this, ship is more like useful and very very common, but at that time caravans were also used. Now caravans are used for traveling with people. No, this is not the old caravan. Always remember. Okay, you can also like try to give me the link of the correct photo if you can. So, and religious teachers walk from place to place, village to village, town to town, stopping to offer instruction and advice on the way. Finally, some people perhaps traveled driven by the spirit of adventure, as you guys know. Okay, let's look at the map of India once again. Let's find our country frontiers. What do you mean by frontiers? You'll understand. You'll understand. So, what is this place called? In India, what is this place called? This place is called the Great Himalayas or the Northern Mountains, isn't it? And then over here, here is the scorching Thar Desert. Here is nothing normal. Here can be either Thar or Himalayas. And then it doesn't stop over here. So many rivers. We are talking about the past. I know we are talking about the past. This is history. But let's jump to present for a minute. Let's jump to present for a minute. I was giving a break for you guys to understand what I'm trying to say. So, if anyone wants to attack, they have to first go through these frontiers. You'll understand automatically what are frontiers. If you don't, then you can always ask. They have to go under certain conditions, certain very severe climate conditions. How do they survive? They would be really, really asking that. How do they survive in the Thar Himalaya desert? We live in over here. We live in the middle, so it doesn't matter anymore. So they have to first, if anybody wants to attack or do the trade with us, they first have to go in such severe conditions. But still, nothing can stop them. So I'm just saying that these are the frontiers. So these are the frontiers. These are the first things that stop people coming in a country. That stops invaders. So it also stops raiders, but for real, like invaders are enemies type of invader to step along. Okay, so these are called frontiers. Always remember who are the first stoppers, like who alarm first for invaders to stop. Those are called frontiers. Here, so see, like let me give you an example of the current pandemic going on here. For here, the doctors and the nurses are the frontiers. Okay, are the frontiers because they're battling from corona in the front of their in front of their eyes. No, they can see everything. So let's go to timeline till now because the today's class has ended. So let's just go for a timeline till now. Okay. So the beginning of agriculture was actually 8,000 years ago, which we discussed. The beginning of agriculture, and then the formation of small cities, which is 4,700 years ago. Formation of small cities. Formation of Magadh, which was 2500 years ago. Okay, I have not discussed these points, but still, for your like reference, I'm sure. Okay, thank you very much that you have attended this class. But still, if you have any doubts for this chapter, you can ask either in the comments or in the email mentioned below, which is askquestionsfromlandikada@gmail.com, and subscribe to my channel as well, so get some more educational videos. And you can also actually now you can recommend me videos in the comment section, not in the email recommendation. Not in the email recommendation, there would be a flat little reply that your recommendation has not been taken. Okay, so you can if you have for this chapter, then you have to put it in the matter of time. Okay, thank you so much. And if okay, so thank you so much, and please subscribe to my channel and make sure to check out my email once. Thank you so much. Bye bye.